So, Marge, you want to take your news next?
Sure, my quasi good news of
Quasi
the
good news.
of
I'll
yeah,
take it. Quasi would be
quasi
fine.
And
good
it's
news.
from good old Matt Lammers as well. Shout out to Matt.
Yes, yes, and this could almost be a follow up from my news article last week, which talked about sort of how they're not doing consultations or they're not acting on the consultations from the public on their cannabis laws. But anyway, Health Canada says no new marijuana beverage rules before the fall of 2022. And Matt, you should know better to call it marijuana. It's cannabis.
There you go.
I'll let that go for now.
Well,
So
it's Google SEO. Yeah, but anyway, sorry.
yeah. So apparently the Canadian cannabis companies are awaiting a potentially major regulatory overhaul that could pump new life into the country's fledgling infused beverage market. But they'll have to wait a little bit longer, as if they haven't been waiting long enough. The federal health department told, pardon me, MJBizDaily, from where this article is coming from, that proposed changes to the regulations would effectively increase the amount of cannabis beverages that consumers could purchase at any one time by more than eightfold. But instead of this happening sort of before the summertime, they've decided not to deal with it until fall. And it sounds like they said at least the fall. So this summertime rollout is obviously not going to happen, which is too bad because I really feel like that was a huge opportunity lost.
What is the rules there then? You can't purchase a certain amount of cannabis beverages.
Yeah, the way that they did it, because nothing can be over 10 milligrams, but they had these like equivalency rates. I think I used to think a lot of it was based on like the weight of the item, because when you go into a dispensary in Canada, you have a limit of 30 grams that you can buy. So if you want to buy like an ounce bag, you have 2 more grams of something that you can buy. And I don't think you'd even be able to buy a drink because they would come up as like 5 grams of weed or something like that. Oh. It was kind of crazy. So you could go into the dispensary and buy maybe 4 to 6 cans of something or bottles or whatever the case might be, but then you'd be maxing out your limit at that store. It says here the equivalency rates for cannabis possession limits in Canada mean an individual can possess only 2.1 liters of cannabis infused beverages, or about 5 standard sized cans. And it was frustrating to a lot of people because they would come in and be like, I just want to buy a 6-pack of something or whatever the case might be. And a lot of the times they were unable to do that. It really depended sometimes on the drinks. And they are going to be changing this possession limit to 17 liters or 48 standard sized cans. That's sort of the end goal, it sounds like. Health Canada is in the process of analyzing the results of the public consultation, which they did a while ago, to inform the development of the final regulatory amendments. So this is the direction they're wanting to go, which totally makes sense because you go into the liquor store, the wine shop or whatever, and there's you buy whatever you want, but for whatever reason, you can only buy 5 cans or maybe one day 48 cans. But for whatever reason, they've decided to delay this. And I was looking through it. I don't see why they're delaying it. Everybody wants this. It says
summertime. They don't want to. They're out chilling and going on holiday.
Well, that's the thing. And they did this 45-day public consultation last March through to the end of April. And they received 83 total submissions from a variety of stakeholders, including research, public health organizations, provincial stakeholders, general public, cannabis license holders, industry associations, and they're all saying we want this progress, clearly. But, and people are encouraged that they're actually going to be doing this. It's just not happening anytime soon. And I feel like they're missing out because, as we mentioned already, Canadian summers are short. And I do know a lot of people are really enjoying the cannabis beverages. A lot of people that I know personally really like them for those social situations where they don't want to drink, but they still want to have something in their hands. Maybe they get a little buzz from it or whatever the case might be. But it's a fantastic alternative for a lot of people who are wanting to consume alcohol. So they've really kind of missed the boat on this, I think, because I think they would have been really popular. And a lot of people want to go in and just be able to buy whatever they want, not have to be limited to, oh, I can't buy this. I can't buy like 4 drinks and an 1/8 of weed at the same time.
Yeah, that's stupidness, man. So you can't buy a 6-pack, essentially. You can't have a 6-pack and put that in your fridge.
No. And most of the public and people that were consulted were in favor of this change.
Right.
So for whatever reason, they've decided to wait a little longer because,
Just a quick shout out there to Annie from the Hi Ladies podcast. She's out there in the chat. Good evening, Annie, or good afternoon.
Yes. Hi, Annie.
Hi.
Hey, Annie.
Were you saying there, Monkey?
I was going to say, Marge, and this means like if you're having an event, basically a cannabis party, and you can't even go buy all your drinks at one time from one dispensary, then I'm going to have to go make multiple stops or send multiple people so I'll have enough drinks for my guests.
Right.
That's
pretty much.
That's not right. That's not
Yeah.
right.
I know,
mean,
it's silly.
We can
It's
buy the
silly.
hemp-based THC drinks here,
Right.
and there's no limit, and it's not even legal here.
Right.
I can literally go in there.
I
and
am
fill up my
fucking
car with it and
surprised by
drive
that,
away.
really. I mean, because
Yeah.
I know the laws for Monkey, and it's fucking crazy. They hate weed so bad.
They
I'm
do, but I
surprised you
mean,
can get hemp
the-
drinks, man. That's crazy.
It's the Farm Bill put this loophole in the thing, and they haven't plugged the loophole. It's expected to be plugged pretty soon, but right now I could go fill up a pickup truck with these drinks and drive around town. Nobody could do anything to me.
And also
Wow.
drive-through daiquiris, though, right?
But all across the Gulf South, you will find drive-through daiquiris, yes, and that's the idiocracy of the entire situation. They're worried about people driving under the influence of cannabis, but there are drive-through liquor stores in the South. It's just it
wow.
boggles my mind.
Same, mate. Same. It's fucking
I was
crazy.
just gonna ask if you guys are seeing a change, like a sort of a shift in the mentality as far as the alcohol goes, because I know, I mean, Australia's always had a hand-in-hand relationship with the old frothy brown waters. So it's beer is massive, and every as a kid, your uncle was drinking it, your dad was drinking it. Now there seems to be this shift away from alcohol as a whole, and there's a lot more non-alcoholic spirits and things like that coming on the market, and it's almost kind of like that. We've reached a point where we've gone, alcohol's probably causing more issues than it should, and people are getting sick of waking up with hangovers and whatever else. And not that I'm, it's fine. You want to drink. It is what it is. I'm of the belief that you shouldn't have to be told what you can and can't put in your body. If you want to drink, or you want to smoke, or you want to do that, that's fucking on you, man. No one has the right to tell you you can't. But
as long as you're not hurting anybody else, right? That's it.
Yeah. I've just seen a big sort of shift. And really, it's there's still the majority of people that drink, and that's, as I said, that's fine. That's your choice if that's what you want to do. But it's just amazing to see. I think a lot of people are actually second guessing it now and looking at it and going, well, is it worth all of that? Is it worth me getting on it and then spending the next day in bed?
In Canada, Marge, because you work in a dispensary and obviously you have the legal cannabis now. So have you seen your friends and family use less alcohol and use weed instead?
Yeah, I have. I mean, it's summertime in Canada, so I'd say a lot of people I know are probably drinking a little more than they normally would. Yeah, just because it's patio season and stuff like that too, and it's so short.
And it's so fucking hot.
It's
like, I need to drink something, but it needs to be something.
Right, and then we hibernate for 10 months out of the year. So I would say but I do know a lot of people that are trying to drink less, or sometimes choose a cannabis beverage over alcohol. I know sober people too just don't consume it all anymore. And I think it's maybe just it is more awareness around the health effects of drinking, long term, short term, that next day hangover, which always sucks. So
and people are just trying it and finding out that cannabis is the better drug. Simple.
These are one thing I've never tried yet, are these cannabis drinks, and I'm not going to try them in the state I'm in right now because we talked about the synthesized crap that we have here. We're not doing that, but next time I'm in a legal market,
you have your own cannabis drink every morning, don't you?
Yeah, that's coffee
yourself,
though. That's
man.
completely different. We're talking about these carbonated seltzers and things.
Fuck that! It must be horrible.
Yeah.
Fuck that. It's too much sugar, man. Too much sugar.
A lot of them actually don't have any sugar.
Yeah.
So you use aspartame instead. Yeah.
No.
No, but a lot of them are actually like the sparkling water based ones.
Right.
Typically don't have sugar.
Right.
Oh yeah.
They use like the essence of lemon or something like that in it to give it a little bit of a fruit essence flavor, but
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of sugary ones on the market.
Yeah.
and
Monster and
they're
Red Bull and
delicious,
things
but
like that.
actually none of those, because you can't combine it with caffeine,
Cool.
at least in Canada. Although I think there was some coffee beverage that came out recently. I'm not sure how they skirted around that law, but
I wonder, now, just strictly question, you would know, you work in dispensaries. What are these ones that are called cannabis energy drinks? I would think that would have been loaded with caffeine.
Sativa.
no. Damn.
Sativa.
It's a
Yeah.
sativa drink.
As if.
Make
That's
you
You
right.
really do have
As
to
if.
read. You really do have to read the labels though, because some of them do have a lot of sugar in them.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
High
Lead to a
fructose
ton of
corn
sugar.
syrup. That's the one.
Yeah.
Look out for that shit.
I'll have my opinion on it in 30 years when they're available here.
Shit, stay reserved. But at least it's another step in the right direction for Canada. Removing some of those stupid restrictions that keep the cannabis industry from growing.
Back to that too. They're changing the number of drinks that you can carry, but they're not changing the actual potency. So they'll still be at 10 milligrams max per drink, but to be able to buy more than one would at least be
that's crazy.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you need to be by the whole case. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
But you can go, because there's a lot of dispensaries, there's many on one street, right? So you can go to one,
Oh God, yeah.
buy one,
Yeah,
and
but
go to the next one and buy
just
the next
walk down the street.
Wow.
That's like telling me I have to go to every grocery store in the block to get a whole 6-pack of Coca-Cola,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is
No,
ridiculous.
that doesn't
but-
make any sense.
Yeah. Now I will say, just because we're on the topic of it, Ballista asks from the chat how long beverages take to kick in, and unlike edibles that you eat, they typically do kick in faster. So that's another reason people like them in social situations, is because
what happens if you
get
chug
that
a whole
high.
candy, you get higher,
yeah, you could.
If you drink alcohol really fast, it seems to get you more drunk.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is some here in the UK, but I haven't seen one yet. And if I do see one, I see all of this kind of stuff here in the UK. See a hemp leaf on it, see CBD. It's a gimmick. That's all it is, man. I don't even take that shit seriously. It's probably like Monkey said, it could be anything else. Delta 8 or whatever could have any shit in it. It's not properly regulated. The people have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Hey, man, it's 90% pure.
90% pure what? You know what I mean? And what is that other 10%? If that other 10% is cyanide, I'm gonna be
You can tell me it's
fucked.
96% pure. There's still 4%. I don't know what the hell it is.
All I want to see is 99.999%. That's that would. It's not properly regulated, and people are not properly informed on this shit. But hopefully, people in the UK can learn from Canada one day.